Hello students, I am Joyce ma'am. Today I am going to explain the first chapter in English of Standard 10th. The chapter is Letter to God by G.L. Fuentes from the book First Flight. The story depicts the infinite faith of a man in God whose name is Lencho. The characters in this story are Lencho, who is a farmer, Lencho's wife, postman, and a postmaster who is mentioned in the chapter as boss. The whole chapter is divided into 3 sections. In this video, I'll explain the first part of the story. So the first part of the story begins with the description of Lencho's house. Only one house in the entire valley. So Lencho's house was situated at a lonely place. None other house was there. So in that whole valley, Lencho's house was the only house. It was situated on the crest of a low hill. Lencho's house was situated on the crest. Crest means on the top of a low hill. Hill is a place which is smaller than a mountain. From his house, he could see the river and his field. So Lencho could see his field and the river. Before, as I told you that Lencho was a farmer, so his field he could see it from his hill, because hill was at the top place, so he could see his field and the river which was flowing in that valley, that could be seen from Lencho's house. He knew his field intimately. Intimately means very closely. It was Lencho's field. He was working in his field, so for that he knew his field very closely. His field was filled with corn. So his whole field was filled with corn, and he was a farmer who used to cultivate corn. Seeing the flowers in the field, it signified a good harvest. So when he saw the flowers which were grown in his field, it showed that he was going to have a good harvest in that year. The only thing his field needed was a downpour, or at least a shower. So now Lencho needed a downpour. Downpour means a rainfall, or at least a shower. Shower means a light rain which his field needed. Lencho does a prediction about the rain. So now his field needed rain. So Lencho does a prediction. Prediction means to assume that is going to have a good rain. Lencho addresses to a woman who is his wife. As we read the paragraphs, we can see that Lencho is doing a prediction and telling to a woman, and that woman is his wife. For Lencho's prediction, his wife replied, "Yes, God willing." So over here we can see one new character in the story as God. The prediction which Lencho did, for that his wife replied by telling that if God wills, then they can have a good rain. Then with that rain, they can have a good harvest also of corn. Lencho's prediction comes true. So the prediction which Lencho did about the rain, that came true. During their meal, big drops of rain began to fall. So when they were having their dinner, at that time, big drops of rain began to fall. Rain started falling. Lencho's prediction came true at night. The air became fresh and sweet. So as we all can experience, when the fresh drops on the first time the rain falls on the dry land, the fresh air can be experienced and the sweet smell also can be experienced. Same thing Lencho also was experiencing while he was seeing the rain falling outside. He goes out to have its pleasure. So to experience its pleasure, the fresh and the sweet smell which was coming, so he goes out in the field to experience it. Seeing the raindrops, Lencho compares it with cents of coins. So over here we can see Lencho is comparing the raindrops with the cents of coins. Cents means currency, because from the returns, the income which he is going to get, because when raindrops will fall, it will be good for his field. He can have a good harvest of corn and he can have good income. So for that he is comparing the raindrops with the cents of coins. Due to the returns he would get after harvesting the crops. Due to the returns means due to the income, he is comparing the raindrops with the cents of coins. He compares the big drops with 10 cents of coins and the little drops with 5 cents of coins. So over here we can see a comparison which is done by Lencho. Big drops, previously it came that Lencho was expecting either for a downpour or for a shower. So if there will be a downpour, that is big drops, he can have more returns, more income. So for that he is comparing the big drops with 10 cents of coins and the little drops with 5 cents of coins. Little drops, we can take it as shower. So if his field will have a shower, that is little drops of rain, then he will have little less income. So for that he is comparing the little drops with 10 cents of coins. Lencho was very happy and satisfied to see the rain and his field. So over here he did a prediction and that came true, and that prediction was good for his field also. So for that he is very happy in his heart and satisfied. He is very satisfied that particular year he was going to have a good income from his corn field. Everything changes in Lencho's life and family. So in the previous, till now, the paragraphs which were coming, we could notice that Lencho was very happy and satisfied. But suddenly everything changes in Lencho's life and his family. Suddenly strong wind began to blow, and with it large hailstones started falling. So when the rain was falling, suddenly strong wind began to blow, and with it large hailstones. Hailstones are a type of snow, but it is in the form of stones only. So it started falling in his field and everywhere. The hailstones resembled like the new silver coins. So over here again we can see Lencho is doing the comparison of the hailstones with the new silver coins. As I told you before, that hailstones are the same snow which are in the form of stones. So he is doing the comparison of these hailstones with new silver coins. Those hailstones also were shining like the new silver coins. As we all know that new silver coins also has a shine because it is new. So for that he is comparing the hailstones with the new silver coins. He expected that the hailstones should stop, but it doesn't, because Lencho was knowing that these hailstones are going to destroy all his corn which were grown in his field. So for that he is expecting that it should stop, but it doesn't stop. Changes which could be seen in Lencho's field. So for an hour the hailstones went on falling. So after that hour, when Lencho was seeing in his field, these were the changes which he could see in his field. The field looked white as if it was covered with salt, because the hailstones, as I told you before, it is snow only, so it was white. So after an hour, when the hailstones falling was stopped, his whole field was looking white in color, as if some salt is sprayed in the whole field. The trees were leafless. So because of the fall of hailstones, all the trees were leafless. There was not at all a single leaf on the trees. The corn was totally destroyed. So whatever expectation, whatever satisfaction Lencho was having in his heart before, that all was destroyed when he saw his corn were also destroyed. The flowers were gone from the plants. So from all the flowers, from all the plants, the flowers were also destroyed. Before, in the first paragraph, we could see that from his house, he could see the whole flowers as dots. Means it was fully covered with flowers. But now there was not at all a single flower on the plants. Lencho's sadness. Lencho was very sad in his heart because all his corn was totally destroyed. He says to his children, a plague of locusts would have left more than this. So over here, plague of locust means, locust is a name of an insect which comes in a group and it totally eats up the corn, the flowers, the plants which are there. So over here he is just comparing it, that if a plague of locusts would have come in his field, it would have destroyed less than the destruction which he had caused by the fall of hailstones, because the fall of hailstones had caused a lot of damage there was not at all a single corn left after the fall of hailstones. All the corns were destroyed. But if the plague of locusts would have come, then that would have not caused this much destruction. Some corn would have been saved, which would have been good for his family, for their survival. They will have no corn to eat or to earn income. So now Lencho was not having any corn to eat for their survival or to earn income, because for that he was satisfied and very happy in his heart. But now there was no corn for them to eat also or to earn income from the corn. All their hard work had gone in vain. Whatever hard work Lencho had done for the cultivation of corn, that all had gone in vain. Vain means useless. It was of no use to him, because neither he could eat or else he could earn income from the corn for which he had labored a lot. So the first part of the story.